In the quiet corners of Lys, beneath the scent of sulfur and scorched silk, there are whispers. Whispers of a hooded man who doesn't eat, doesn't sleep, doesn't speak, but creates explosions that silence entire cities. Some say he's a myth. Others swear he's a ghost that clawed his way out of the Seven Hills. But in truth, he's much worse. He's real, and he's armed with something far more terrifying than wildfire. His name is Cossomo, and today, we're peeling back his veil of mystery before he peels the flesh off your army. Cossomo was once an ambitious alchemist from Lys, obsessed with one thing: destruction. Not just any destruction, not dragonfire, not wildfire, something worse, something controllable. His obsession led him to Mire, where he became known as the creator of destruction and earned the favor of the Magister. But power always demands a price. One miscalculation, one stray flame, and everything exploded. His lab, his friend, his old life, gone in an instant. Many believed Cossomo died that day, but from the ashes rose a new man, wrapped in robes and scars, his body ruined by his own creation, his soul twisted by guilt. Now, he works for the Magister, not to build, but to erase. He doesn't just punish, he annihilates. If you think that sounds like something Qyburn would dream of, well, Qyburn never had this much firepower. Cossomo began as a mystery wrapped in an event wheel, chained behind RNG nightmares and burning black diamonds. But now, he's found a more stable home in the in-game shop. For every 1,000 black diamonds, you get 6 medals. To awaken him fully to gold, you'll need 330 medals. That's a lot of alchemy. For a 4-star awakening, prepare 600 upgrade tokens, and those come in packs too. 200 black diamonds for 6 tokens. Now if you're patient, clever, or both, you might want to wait for events. During the summer dance event, for example, you can roll dice and pray to Arhuller, or the many-faced god for Corolla tokens. Get 150 of those, and you can exchange them for one of Cossomo's medals in the Corolla shop. It's not fast, it's not cheap, but hey, neither is controlled destruction. Cossomo's skill set is designed to poison everything: your enemies, your strategies, your hope. His army skills are brutal. Corrosion touch melts the enemy with 202% troop damage. Archer's precision boosts your bowman's attack by 50%. Dominator's encouragement raises your army's health by 25%, making sure they survive long enough to spread the plague. And the skills of archers increases your archer's overall damage by 7.5%. Basic, deadly, efficient. Now, his strategic skills crank things up. Arrow Storm is the crown jewel, increasing bowman attack and health by 1200% for 10 seconds. During this time, each attack has a 25% chance to apply corrosion, and if the enemy is corroded, they take 20% more damage for 3 seconds. Stack that up to 3 times, and you're cooking enemies like roast boar. The rest of the set: Archer's precision, defense, and inspiration, each giving 240% boosts to attack, defense, and health. The holy trinity of raining death. But Cossomo doesn't stop at burning, he infects. His guard skills open with Plague Outbreak, a poison orb that explodes on impact, dealing 8,767 damage and applying 3 stacks of plague. Each plague stack lowers the enemy's base defense by 3. Up to 20 stacks? Yeah, Even white walkers would crumble. Plague Reaping boosts his damage against plagued enemies by 30% for every stack. Plague Spread adds even more with each normal attack, and Power of Plague boosts his strategy by 134. He's not just throwing poison, he's making it your problem. Once awakened, Cossomo unlocks his masterpiece, Poisoned Arrows. Whenever your bowmen attack, there's a 5% chance to fire corrosive arrows that deal 150% troop damage and apply 1 stack of corrosion. For every 10,000 royal or ancient bowmen, the chance increases by 1% up to 30% total. Each stack of corrosion reduces the target's base health by 2, stacking up to 10 times. In other words, his arrows don't just kill, they rot you from the inside. Cossomo's weapon is finally live, and it's as deadly as advertised. Named Destruction Potion, it's available through the Ruins Treasure Hunt event and boosts his poisoned arrows into full-blown corrosive chaos. At base level, it gives a 5% chance for allied bowmen to shoot corrosive arrows dealing 170% damage. The chance scales up to 35% with royal or ancient bowmen, and each corrosion stack reduces base health by 2. Upgrade it to 4 stars, and it transforms. The chance rises to 10%. Damage increases to 250%. Max chance climbs to 55%. And corrosion now reduces base health by 3 per stack. You also get plus 5,000 army size for that extra punch. This weapon turns Cossomo from deadly into devastating, an essential piece for any serious bowman lineup as one of the strongest archer weapons in the game. Cossomo isn't just a good archer commander, he's the resurrection of a fallen meta. For a long time, bowmen ruled the field in the game. Then they faded into obscurity, buried beneath female, weakness, and bleed formations. But with Cossomo, they're back, and they're nastier than ever. If you want to unleash his full potential, pair him with the ultimate bow team: Night King, Melisandre, Theon, and Kravras. It's a synergy made in shadow and flame. Night King weakens everything he touches. Melisandre burns what's left. Theon provides total attack. And Cossomo, he poisons the enemies. Together, they shred front lines and melt defenses like candle wax in Dragonstone. Now if you're missing Night King, don't worry. You can swap in Egbert for offensive punch, or Sansa Stark for more control and survivability. Either way, Cossomo only works inside this specific bowman setup. He doesn't belong in female-only lineups, weakness combos, or bleed formations. Try to force him into those, and you'll just be throwing poisoned arrows into the wind. In Weirwood and Training Grounds, his plague skills allow him to shred enemy buffs and defenses, making him a powerful guard choice. He's not for everyone. He's for those who remember the glory days of archer dominance and want to bring that fire back with a little bit of plague on top. In Tavern, Cossomo delivers 5 stars in aptitude, 5 stars in finance, and 4 stars in combat rate. Not bad for a guy who once tried to invent a more explosive wildfire. Aptitude and finance? No surprise. He knows how to make things efficient, whether it's gold production or a speed-up reaction. Combat rate is solid too, giving your empire just enough edge to remind rivals not to get too comfortable. But don't expect any leadership bonus. Cossomo doesn't lead. He doesn't motivate. The only thing he leads is a chemical reaction, And yes, to level him up in the tavern, you'll need deserts. That's right, deserts. Apparently, the way to his cold, corroded heart is through sweets. Maybe after all that fire and poison, a bit of sugar is the only thing that keeps him human. Just don't ask him to cook, unless you enjoy things that glow in the dark. Cossomo isn't just another commander with cool effects and edgy lore. He's a full-on meta reset button for bowman players. If you've been waiting for the return of archer dominance, this is your banner to rally under. Let's start with the pros. He delivers unmatched synergy in bow setups, specifically with Night King, Melisandre, Theon, and Kravras. This team can melt even the sturdiest formations with a cocktail of poison, plague, and pure shadow magic. He brings back what used to be the top-tier meta and pushes it forward with modern chaos. His plague stacking, corrosion debuffs, and strategy scaling make him one of the most unique and devastating commanders available. On top of that, his tavern stats are excellent. 5 stars in aptitude and finance, and 4 in combat. And he's usable in almost every game mode that favors raw troop damage and debuffs. Now, the cons. He is strictly limited to bowman lineups. Throw him in a female synergy, weakness, or a bleed formation, and he'll sit there awkwardly, wondering what went wrong. He doesn't offer a leadership boost, so his value is mechanical rather than inspirational. His performance heavily depends on having high-tier bowmen, especially royal or ancient, to unlock his full skill scaling. His awakening and medals don't come cheap, and his weapon is asking for your soul or your wallet. Still, for players who want to bring back the fear of arrows in the sky and enemies rotting on the battlefield, Cossomo is more than worth the price. He isn't just a return to the bowman meta, he's the rebirth of it. That was the tale of Cossomo, the Alchemist, the Destroyer, the faceless terror of Myr. If Qyburn and Melisandre had a child raised by the Mad King, it'd still be less insane than this guy. So the question is, will you gamble on corrosion and make your enemies melt? Or will you let him pass by, cloaked in shadows and scars, only to regret it when your barracks start to rot? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this dive into destruction, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that alchemical bell for more chaos from Game of Thrones. Winter is coming.